Hey, what is going on, guys? I'm Brandon from the Holla Holla Hikers. Today I have an exciting video. This is my Onewheel XR and I'm gonna add some modifications to it. Those of you that are subscribers to my channel know that I can't keep anything stock for very long. So I've only had this less than 20 miles, but I already have some accessories for it, some modifications. There's nothing like just putting your personal touch on something, adding some accessories to it just to make it yours. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna add some accessories to the Onewheel XR. Let's go. By the way, thank you guys out there that are supporters. I told myself once I got monetized on YouTube, I would buy myself a Onewheel, and here I am today. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys. So we have a back foot pad. We have some bumpers. We have a fender kit. We have some side rails. What is this? Oh, the handle, just make things a little easier to carry. Some fangs for safety and some grip tape for some grippiness. Let's do it. So I'm trying to plan this installation out accordingly so I only have to remove things once, specifically the foot pads. So I think I'm gonna start from the bottom of the Onewheel and work my way up. That means starting with the bumpers and then installing the foot pads. So let's do these two first. For the most part, the only tool required is this 1/8 inch Allen key. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the old bumpers first by turning the Onewheel over and getting under the backside. Just gonna remove these. There's 6 on each side. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And before we can remove it, we have to take off the foot pad on the top side. So 2 more here and here. Just be careful when you remove the front foot pad because there's a wire here. So we don't want to dislodge that wire. We're just going to be very gentle and set it down like that. 2 more screws here and here that I need to remove. I'm going to take these off as well. And then we should be able to just slide that bumper out. We're gonna grab the new one and slide it right back in. So we're gonna take the front bumper and slide it right in and then reattach the screws. There's the front bumper. It's looking nice and clean. I like how it looks. We've got all the screws hand tightened on. And we're gonna do the same for the rear. The only difference is when we put the rear foot pad back on, we're gonna install the aftermarket, the Sure Stance Pro back foot pad, and we'll do that step at the same time so we don't have to remove the foot pad again. So let's do the rear side. Obviously this foot pad is a little bit thicker and there's a little more concave on it. It's supposed to help your foot grip to the board and it's just supposed to be a nicer feel. So obviously you're gonna need longer screws. I tried screwing in the original stock screws, it does not fit. So obviously it's thicker, you need the longer screw. Should look something like this. Now, mind you, I will be changing out the grip tape so the grip tape matches on these. All right, the first 2 mods are done. We've got the bumpers and the foot pad on the rear. Bumper, bumper, yeah. Foot pad, yeah. And next we have the rail guards that we're going to attach along the side here on the top and underneath, and just protect this whole side rail. This install is pretty easy. It's basically just an adhesive. You're gonna line up the holes and then attach your side rails on there, just adding that barrier. So just like adding a sticker to anything. Start at one side, line everything up, and take your time with it. Just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Line up the holes and work it from one side to the other. Woo, nice. Let's flip her over. Do the same thing on the face side. There we go, looking good. Now we're gonna get the top. Boom and boom. That's it, line up those holes. Nice. There you go. They provide a clear bumper for the bottom side. That's on purpose because they don't want to hide the serial number or the fact that it was made in California, and neither do you. If your one wheel gets lost, that's how you'll identify it. So you want to be able to keep your serial number visible. And it is coming right along. Not too shabby so far. So the next modification is a safety feature that I'm going to add to this called Fangs. Basically, the one wheel, when it's at its max speed, does a pushback, and it'll tell you to slow down. If you ignore that and you push forward, there's a chance that you could do a nosedive. So this just adds 2 extra wheels in the front, little small wheels, that in case it does nosedive, it'll hit that and then give you a chance to recover or jump off and bail off safely. So the Fangs are pretty easy to install. You're just going to place these housing units for the wheels right here, and then you're going to assemble the wheels just by placing bearings on each side. There's a washer that'll go here and a washer that goes on the other side with the screw right in the middle. Okay, I think I got that on there nice and straight. The way I was able to eyeball it is I see a line right here on the bumper, and I'm matching that flush with the front line of the Fangs. Those 2 lines look parallel, so I think those wheels should be straight. To install the wheels, you're gonna need to turn the one wheel on its side. You start with a screw on the bottom, place a washer, wheel, and then another washer. And this is the tricky part, but I found a good use for those one wheel cards that they're giving you by the hundreds in every package that you get. If you use that, you can't fit your finger to scoot the washer over, but watch, it's like magic. You can fit that washer right into place. See? That's what they sent us those for. Those business cards are useful after all. All right, it's coming right along. I just did a test run and put those Fangs down to make sure those wheels were turning and everything's checking out. Next mod is an easy one. It's just the cap for the charging plug. Pops right in there. Next up, we have a carrying handle for the XR, and you're gonna install it on the side with the power button. It's a two-step install. There's a mount that you have to install here, and then the handle will install on there. It just makes carrying this thing so much easier. Pops right into place. You just slide your screw in and tighten it up. So next up is the grip tape. We're gonna install this, give it some nice grip, nice appearance on both sides so it's the same, but really this grip is nice, tacky, should just make your foot feel solid and glued to the foot pad, especially with this aftermarket concave thick foot pad in the rear. It's gonna feel good when we stand on this thing. It can be done with a hair dryer according to Float Life, but you know, like Tim the Toolman Taylor taught us back in the day, more power is better. So I'm gonna be using a heat gun to remove the grip tape on this. I'm gonna start in the corner and then start peeling it back. The rear foot pad is not an issue at all. The front foot pad we have to be a lot more careful with because it has the sensors on the front. Man, that thing heated up really quickly. I think for the front foot pad, since it does have the sensors, there's a plastic piece that I don't want to touch. It can actually ruin the board. I think for that, I will borrow my wife's hair dryer and I'll be a little slower and more cautious with the front. Boom, and just like that, we got the grip tapes off. Yeah, there's no need to use the heat gun. A hair dryer works just fine for that project. All right, so both foot pads are cooled down to room temperature. We're gonna go ahead and lay down the new grip tape. If you did happen to get a bubble in there, you just use a razor blade, pop that bad boy. But the rear side, I think I got it on there nice and clean, perfect fit. Nice, I'm happy with that. Let's do the other side. And there we go. So now we're left with this open wheel up here. Everything's kicking dirt and debris up at you. So we need to top it off with a fender. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna install this fender right on top here. But first, we're gonna take out these old screws. There we go. Well, this is it, you guys. I really like it. I went with the OD green theme, kind of matches my overlanding tone, but it's just green, wood, and black. Can't go wrong there. We have to take it for a ride. Let's go. Oh, so Cindy. I don't know, but after riding this thing, you start saying things like, I was stoked and float life, bruh, float life. Man, it's so much fun though. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys come along next time. Don't forget to get outside, stay hydrated, and keep on on moving.